You can heal your mind and improve your mental health. Say it with me. I can heal my mind and improve my mental health. You can, it's possible. In fact, we're always moving towards healing. Our body is always working towards healing, our minds, our hearts. This is natural, this is normal. It's just that what's happening is sometimes we can be creating so much for the body to heal. Like if we take in a lot of toxins through our beauty products or our food or our environment, or if we're taking in a lot of toxic thinking or negative thinking, or we're believing our thoughts about self-doubt or worthiness, or we're hurt, we're resentful, we're angry, we're brokenhearted. The more that our bodies and our minds and our hearts have to work with to heal, the more that it needs our support because it can become overburdened. Just like if we think of the simple principles of detoxing, if the liver is too burdened and has stored too much to then get to later, but never gets a break to get to it and clean it out, then we have uh, too much toxicity, right? And it's like the body is going to keep moving towards healing, but it's probably unlikely that that healing is going to become completed. And such is the mind. If we're allowing our mind to be rampant like a wild animal and just getting dragged around by our thoughts and the feelings that they provoke, then it's quite unlikely that the healing will really be able to occur without our support. If we don't do something to stop it, or we keep suppressing things or avoiding things or pretending they're not there, or even just simply not being capable or able or knowing how to let things that are suppressed come out, to let healing happen, because emotional well-being affects psychological well-being, and psychological well-being affects emotional well-being, and of course all of those affect physical well-being. And so this is why we're here, because number one, if you take anything away from this video, is just know that without a doubt, it is possible to heal your mind and improve your mental health. And I think this is really important to say, because one of the first things that I found when working with someone to help heal or help get the healings process rolling in the right direction is that we need to assist our clients in believing that it's possible. Because often that cases, like especially with diagnosis or something they've been told, or something that's been the more um, shared experiences of like people who couldn't heal, or things that went wrong, or percentages or facts or whatever we call them, don't take into account everybody's potential for healing and all of the people that have healed from these conditions that no longer are labeled with those issues, myself included, right? I had conditions from a very young age that I don't have anymore, like asthma. And when we're looking at real healing and the potential for healing, that potential exists in all of us. This is what's amazing about being a human being, because as a human being, our bodies, our minds, our hearts are always moving towards healing. And yeah, if we're not consciously assisting or supporting or supplementing that, it's true, it can really look like this isn't happening. Conditions get worse, nothing changes, or get worse or keep declining. And this is when we know that we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention to ourselves. And this isn't about anything we're doing wrong. This isn't about shaming. This is just about understanding that, yeah, sometimes there's going to be things in life that we may never heal from. But the journey of healing itself is healing. Like you feel better, even if it's not totally gone or totally resolved. You're going to continue to feel better along the way. And then the better creates hope and faith and belief that it's possible. And that's lighter. Those are lighter emotions, those are lighter thoughts. And in fact, they do support healing, unlike when we're thinking it's always getting worse, when there's no hope, when we feel like, oh my God, what if we're stuck in this pain forever? This continues to counteract everything that our innate wisdom is doing to heal. So let's be there for a moment. Be there with me for a moment. Just consider the possibility that this might be true. That possibly, if we could really support our minds to heal, what the benefits could be. What the benefits could be of being more well in your mind, less busy, less stressed, less afraid, less anxious, less overthinking, right? And more peace, more calm, more clarity, more trust, more of an ability to not get dragged involuntarily down the path of your thoughts and often down the rabbit hole of doom into all sorts of potential things that could go wrong. Or even just, the stories of keeping up those hurtful, painful narratives of what's happening to you or what happened to you in the past. And there's many layers, of course, to mental health. And there's many layers to healing the mind because it's all connected, body, heart. Many times I've helped people heal physical conditions by simply using the mind. Because if there's something that's being suppressed, if there's something that the mind is like, you got to hear this, you got to see this, or even the body with this imbalance is like, there's something you have to know to heal or see or release or speak of, bring awareness to. And this just happens in hypnosis so often because once the thinking falls away, once you're in a more receptive space, then you can hear the voice of yourself. And sometimes it's just obvious, right? Sometimes we're just continuing to do things that we know are not good for us. And it doesn't mean that it's always easy to change that. But it does mean that this is a very good place to start if you're looking for how to support your mind in healing, which will also, of course, heal the body, heal the heart. And I think it's really important right now with so many so much acknowledgement of like mental health and suffering and the suffering it causes, because of course we're in this is the home that we live in. We're in this home every day. And so I'm going to talk more about this. This is going to be the topic in the free community, in the free text messaging community. So I do a live session in there every month. And the details to join are always below, or if you're watching this on Instagram, in my link in bio and in lots of my posts in the copy. And so the main thing is that it's a free session I do every month in the text messaging community, and you just have to sign up through the cell phone link or text the number. And this will be the topic, delving more into this in the free session that's coming next week. And I'll post more details about that moving forward. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. You can always comment, like, share, ding the bell so you know when there's more coming up. I am going to keep speaking to this as well as the money aspect because it actually ties into the money. Because if we're not well up here, all of that fearful stuff, all of those old patterns, the way we weren't or were taught to think about money or have negative reactions or triggers to money, is all part of mental health too. Because if we're getting those messages when we're tense about money or spending money or worrying about the future and money, this is also showing that we have some potential to let go, to release, to free ourselves from this old way of thinking and reacting. And it all starts here. It all really starts here because this is where it's created. This is where we let it drag us into doom and fear and then defend it like it's true and it's our reality. So I'm going to keep talking about this more. It's a deep topic, right? It's a deep topic when we go into different layers of the mind and of the healing of the mind. And so, first off, just know it is possible, no matter what you've read or been told, to heal your mind. Second, the how is a process. And the first step is learning about how your mind works, not yours specifically, but the mind in general. And what happens to your thinking when you are in a low mood or high mood, alternatively. Third, you are not broken because you have low or anxious feelings or thoughts. You are human. These are the three things that I'm going to speak to more moving forward. And I know it would be better to go through life without the ups and downs of emotions and always feel smooth and easy. And we have a lot of ways that we can do that just by numbing, numbing, numbing. But that's not life, especially when your being is trying to tell you that something needs to change. And it can be hard to hear and it can be hard to listen to ourselves and what we need to do. And that's why it also serves you in helping to let go of beliefs and diagnoses. So I'll talk more about this, but until then, let yourself have hope and start to consider the possibility that you are not your thinking or your triggers. They can become you. And this can start to become your reality. So then it seems like you, in fact, are your thinking and your diagnoses and your triggers. But they do not have to be you. They are not who you are. And you can heal. And so again, this is going to be the topic of the free session where I'll do hypnosis around this. So if this is resonating with you, like you would like to experience more healing in the mind and like have the opportunity to uh, be in hypnosis in the community, the energy of the sessions are so amazing because of all the people that come and we gather together to create that energy, to release and let go of stuff that's no longer serving us. So join us and get some peace for your mind and be part of the community. Again, details are below. And thank you so much for being here. So much love to every one of you. Ciao for now.